Hey guys, Blaumagier here, and let's play Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge, for the Game Boy. And yes, I'm playing it on a Super Game Boy. That's because normally this game is just a monochromatic game meant to be played in 4 shades of pea green, or black and white if you're playing on the 3DS Virtual Console, which, by the way, this is the only of the 5 Game Boy games that is on the 3DS Virtual Console in North America as of recording this. One thing I am going to do, though, is I'm going to change the color scheme for each stage I go into. I will be cutting out when I'm actually changing it, so you guys don't have to see that boring bit. But anyway, it's not much of a difference from the Super Game Boy's default palette, which is what that initial palette that was shown was, but it fits well enough for Fireman. So I'm going to start with. His stage is actually pretty difficult, and normally I take him on last, but he himself is by far the easiest of the 4 Robot Masters. Speaking of Robot Masters, the story for this game is actually very simple. Basically, after Wily took his second defeat, he decided to repair 8 of his Robot Masters and give them a second chance. Now, one of the things with the Game Boy games is that you only get to fight 4 at a time. So that's why we only had those 4 to start with. And really, that is all there is to the story in this game. It's very, very simplistic. So, Dr. Wily resurrected 8 of his Robot Masters and sent a challenge to Dr. Light's lab for Mega Man. And of course, upon receiving this challenge, Mega Man darted off to face his foes before they could do any harm. And yeah, that's the story. Very simple. These guys are a huge pain. I believe they're called hotheads. Normally, I would take them on last, and I would take them out with the Elec Beam, which I believe I can take them out in 2 shots with. Elec Beam. Thunder Beam! Jeez, I could at least call them by the right names. So yeah, most people, when they decide to let's play the Mega Man series, they leave out 1 through 4 on the Game Boy. And I don't really know why they do it. You know, they say, oh, well, it's just a rehash, so... I mean, you can clearly see that this is very different from Fireman's stage in Mega Man 1. Very different. So, I mean, you got stages that are very different. And the Robot Masters themselves, they actually have different patterns. Like, Cutman in this game is ridiculously hard. That is no joke. He is really hard in this game. But yeah, you saw the initial Robot Masters were Cutman, Elec Man, Iceman, and Fireman. And the order of weakness is identical to Mega Man 1 for the NES, except since there's no Guts Man or Bomb Man in the initial lineup, Cutman is weak to Firestorm instead of Super Arm. This right here, I'm probably going to die out, I'm not going to lie. Normally I would have the Ice Slasher to freeze this with, but I don't. And I did not have enough health to survive it. So now it's just a matter of getting back there. Unfortunately, that was actually at the end of the stage. I wish I could have gotten that big energy up there, but I have no way to reach it. Oh, now I really wish I could get it. Pretty sure I can't reach that ledge from here. Oh great, just kill myself, why don't I? Yeah, I have no way to reach that. Would be nice to get a big energy now. So this game is actually really difficult. Not because of the bosses are actually fairly simple when you have the weaknesses for some of them, but I mean, the bosses don't pose much of a problem. The stages, though, my god, some of the trickiest stage design you're going to find without outright being unfair, like you'll see in some of the later Game Boy games. There's just no way for me to get past this. There's like 3 screens of it. I should not have taken a hit there. I wish he would have dropped some energy. Not doing so well. One of the biggest differences from the Game Boy games in comparison to the NES games is that Mega Man does actually have less health. I believe he has 28 bars in the NES games, and here he has 19. So to compensate for this, most attacks do less damage. In particular, Mega Man took a crap ton of damage from the Thunder Beam in the NES. I presume this was because it was technically the weakness of the copy bot, which was just Mega Man. In this game, Mega Man does not have that weakness, and he takes, normal damage from it. So, that's nice. Maybe this time I'll get through this. Oh, there will be game overs in this Let's Play. I promise you that. This game is hard. NES Mega Man games don't hold a candle to the Game Boy games. Dang it, I thought I had enough clearance, but I did not. One of the interesting things to note about this game is that all of the bosses actually have a vertical drop-in to reach their stage. But anyways, here we are at Fireman. And he actually has a very simple pattern. He's just going to run up to you and shoot one wave of fire. That's it. That's all he does. So much easier than on the NES. And that does it. And I forgot to read off my bio for Fireman, which I will do right now. For defeating Fireman, we get the Firestorm. And that's actually it. But Fireman is a robot master built by Dr. Light and Dr. Wily to work in an incinerator at a waste management facility, and is able to wield flames that can reach 7,000 to 8,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, that's nice. Anyways, that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge. I'm Blaumagier, and I will see you guys later.